Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this very fun video. So, as you can tell from the title and this big ass brown box over here, you probably know what's gonna happen. I am building and then reorganizing bookshelves. So, I will get some clips in a minute, but basically in my flat I have two big bookshelves and I have a book cart. They've been coping pretty well with how many books I have, but I'm officially at capacity. Every time so far I've been at capacity or thought I have been, I've sent a few books back to my family home, done a little bit of a reshuffle and I've made it work. This time there is just not space. There is not space. I have this stack of books on a stool, I have a stack of books on top of a chest of drawers, I have a stack of unopened books over there because my birthday's in a week, and I know I have more on order / more I want to order. So basically I have too many books for the flat, but I didn't think there was space for any other bookshelves. I genuinely couldn't think of anywhere else a bookshelf could fit. And then I've had this gap between my sofa and my desk since I got here. When I first moved in, the plan was to put a big plant in it. You can also see my new plant. But we went into lockdown and I couldn't get a big plant. But the other day, my mum was here and she saw that gap and she just went, I think a half-width bookcase would fit in there, you know? She was right, a half-width bookcase does fit in there. So we went right to IKEA, bought the plant, and bought myself a deep but narrow Billy bookshelf. So hopefully this bookshelf should be able to be double stacked, which I'm also going to really appreciate, I think. And I do have plans for what's going to go on it. I do have a need to build it first. This is my first time ever building a big bookshelf by myself. If it fails, my brother is coming tomorrow to help me, but I'm going to try and do it tonight by myself. But before I collapse under the weight of this thing whilst trying to get it on the floor, let's show you what I'm currently dealing with bookshelves. So my current setup, I have this shelf here, which as you can see, it's pretty full. There's really not a whole heap of space left on this one, so that's okay. And then in my bedroom, I have this shelf, which does have a little bit of space right down at the bottom. Oh, no, it did. It doesn't anymore. I forgot I filled it. So yes, this is also completely full and this is all of my collections and stuff. And this is actually probably what is going to move the most because I have a big window here, which is fantastic. But in the evening, you get this really bright sun shining right on these books and I'm really concerned about them getting bleached considering they're all of my collections and special editions. So I think almost all of these are probably going to move to the new one and it's going to become a collections bookshelf, but we'll see all of that in a bit. And then in addition to that, I have my book cart here, which is also full to the brim and the big stack of books there. And panning round, we have, zoom in, my stack of books here. This is a constant ongoing stack of the books I've read in the month. So it's small for now because I've read nothing, but often that's quite big and then by the end of the month I don't know where to put them. And then there is this. There's not many, but they're going to need to find homes somewhere. So yeah, that's the current state. Lots of books without homes. There's also books I have in my suitcase that take to work with me. I have stacks of books in other places, but I can't bother to show them. So definitely in need of a new bookcase. As I mentioned, that collections shelf is probably what's going to go on here for two reasons. Number one, really concerned about them getting sun bleached in there. Here, they should be far enough away from the window that they're a bit safer. And secondly, you never see them in videos because I always film in here and I want to show them off more because I'm really proud of my collections and I really like them. And also, I like seeing them when I wake up. It's cool, but I don't sit in there that much. I sit out here a lot more, so it's just nice to have my collections out here. So I'm very roughly thinking with the reorganization, I need to build the damn thing first, but very vaguely thinking we're gonna have collections and then behind it will probably be books I've read. That's probably where they're gonna go double stacked and hidden flat so I can't see them. And then the big bookcase over there is going to stick as a rainbow, probably be a bit of everything, but what's going to change is almost all of my fantasy series. I'm going to pull off and move into the one in my bedroom over there, because I would just like to have my series together. I've always preferred it. This setup worked and it's fine, but I think some of my favorites and some of my series are going to get pulled into there. So that'll be contemporary favorites / slightly fantastical. So things like my TJ Klune books I might pull together all in there. So I guess that'll be collections that aren't special edition collections. So bringing all my TJ Klune books together, bringing together the Black Wings Beating series. I don't even know what else I have here. I definitely have a few others, all my KM Sparrow books all come together there. So that's second favorite authors. This will be my collections and any that don't fit on there could also go in there. You will see it all in a minute. I don't know why I'm talking. I'm gonna go try and build this. Wish me luck. I'm gonna film it because it could be really, really funny because this may go really badly. Okay, task number 1, get this down without killing myself. It's quite heavy. It's significantly taller than me. We think it'll be okay. I have stored, I don't know if you can even see, over there is my chair and my plant. Turn you around a little bit. There we go. That's all my furniture. I'm gonna leave that there. Let's see how this goes. Wish me luck. I'm quite scared. It can't be that bad. I'm relatively strong. Oh, that's quite heavy. Oh, it's fat. Oh, that's heavy. I feel like this is gonna be upside down, but we're going with it. That's fine. Made it through step 1. Life is good. It's now down there on the floor. There we go. I'm going to get down on the floor with it and make it. Let's go. I'm not sure the exposure is good on this, but I've got my toolbox. It's pretty much the first time it's being used. This is what my brother got me for Christmas because I made him build all my furniture in my flat. And so his way of saying, go away, you're doing it yourself, is he got me a toolbox. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna try and unpack it and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna be blasting Olivia Rodrigo because that's all I listen to at the moment. I'm nervous, but we're gonna give it a good try. Also, if you see any mess in the background of this video, no you don't. I tried to clear up, but I wanted to make the bookshelf instead of cleaning, so I did that instead. I've had music playing, but I've turned it off so that I can like let you hear this, because honestly it's really good ASMR, like ripping this box open. It's a good noise. I also think it's going to be the hardest bit. It's a bloody pain to open. Getting back in frame. Oh my god, this is so hard to open. I don't know why. Did it not have a tear strip like an Amazon box? I'm really hoping I'm keeping this because this is not going to be returnable with the box like this. Oh my god, this is a joke. There we go. We're almost there now. I just can't get this last corner. I only really hurt one nail. I'll take it. That hurt though. But we're in. Oh, I'm really hoping that was the hard part because that was hard and my hand now really hurts from bending my nail back. Well, there we go. Oh, my battery's gonna die. That's not promising. Let's try and unpack this, find some instructions and get started. Okay, so I'm looking at the instructions and they're for like a generic Big Billy, which I'm assuming just means it's the same. So I'm gonna trust it. I'm however confused because I think, is it these parts I want or is that a top bit? That's a top piece. How many shelves does this thing have? I don't even know. I mean, that looks promising. That has the right number of holes. Okay, yeah, no, we're good, we're good. We're carrying on. I'm capable. I have done DIY before. I have done flat pack before. Life is fine. I'm gonna sit here for a long time and maybe get a hammer out because some of these are gonna be really tough. Okay, we've got... Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, we've got the first mistake. Yeah, fair. It was gonna happen. I wasn't meant to put these in all the holes. I was only meant to put it in some. Bugger, I hammered them in. Oh no. Why can't I read instructions? Okay, I've been sat trying to figure this out for a hot minute, but we're getting them. Okay, I feel like this is definitely not a good way of doing it, but it works. I'm just using the back end of a hammer and like really jamming it on a bit of brute force and they come out. I'm not sure this is good for them, but they have enough structural integrity with a few dents. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It better be fine. Oh, there we go, look at that. Did it. Problem solver. I'm very proud of myself right now, and I'm going to read the instructions better in the future. As always, I get it wrong because I skim over the instructions. I never learn, I really don't. Right, carrying on. Just cut myself. I'm not good at this. I have a master's. I'm sitting awkwardly. I have a master's in mechanical engineering, and I've injured myself thus far probably twice putting a bookshelf together. Do we understand now why I'm not an engineer? This is why I read and do maths. Not my ballpark, but it's worth it for books. Really there. We're really nearly there. I have no brain power left. I am so tired. Carrying on. We've got to the moment where it is really obvious what you're meant to do this for two people, not one, but we're going to carry on anyway. Did it by myself. My camera's dying again. Yeah, last step's the backboard. Let's go! That's it together. I still need to put the other shelves in, but like, it's together. However, I do now have to stand it up and get it into where it's going. this may be very, very, very interesting. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna be over there trying to stand this thing up. Wish me luck. Oh. I thought that would be a lot harder than it was. Now I need to get into position, but again, that shouldn't be too bad. This whole process has been scarily easy, but it's in place. It's there. It's big. It's really big. This is gonna take some getting used to. I'm hoping the plant in front of it will like make it less harsh because it's quite big, but I need the storage space. It does make my desk a bit darker, but like I'll cope. That's, oh my god, it's in. I have more furniture. Do you see the continuous line of furniture along this wall? I need more space than a one bed flat, but I like my flat, so I don't mind. Okay, the shelf is made. The shelves are in. Now for the hard bit, reorganizing. So as I mentioned before, my starting point is I'm going to pull my favorite collections, which are going to be Erin Morgenstern, Laini Taylor, and Alex E. Harrow, off there, move them to here. Might move some others, but those are definitely going to be the priorities. I'm also, I guess before I'm going to do that, I'm going to find all the books that I've currently got like double stacked or like don't need out and about, and I'm gonna hide them behind here, though that will be much more of an ongoing thing. They will probably like each month, the books I've read, unless they're like a favorite and I want to put them back on my shelves, I'll shove them behind one of these. I think it's gonna be like the ongoing plan. There may be quite a lot of empty space in the back of these for quite a while, but for now, it's just useful space. So yes, first things first, Laini Taylor, Alex Harrow, Erin Morgenstern. I am imagining both Laini Taylor and Erin Morgenstern are going to need 2 shelves each to fill them all, so probably the top 5 of these, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so all but one of these might be collections. I'm kind of reluctant to do that because the bottom one of these I won't see very often, so my chair will be in front of it, so I might just do Erin Morgenstern, Laini Taylor here and leave Alex Harrow next door. I like them being together, but Alex E. Harrow also goes with Sean and Maguire in my head, so I can cope with them being separate. So, I'm gonna go grab those and put them in and see where we get to. That's the starting point. Daughter of Smoke and Bone up here. Oh, this is not gonna give me as much space as I want. Okay. This isn't even gonna, oh my god, this is not gonna fit nearly as much as I anticipated. We may need to rethink, because I can't even fit all my Daughter of Smoke and Bone on the top shelf, meaning Laini Taylor's gonna take 3 shelves, not 2. I'll go get them and see what happens. Okay, all of my Strange the Dreamers fit on one shelf, which I have 3.5 copies of that series, but my 3 full versions and then extra copy of Daughter of Smoke and Bone don't fit on one shelf. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have a rethink. I'm gonna get my Erin Morgensterns and see what we think. I'm also realizing I should have taken a photo of my shelves in there before I did this, so I'm going to do that for my Erin Morgensterns, because if I want to put it back, then I'll regret it. This is annoying me. I feel like they looked better next door. I'm now debating. I don't know what to do. This is difficult. but I think I'm going to move Strange to the top shelf because it looks really top heavy because you can't see, I've just stacked them sideways, which does make this fit, but I'm going to move Strange up a shelf and switch them because I think it'll look more balanced. Okay, I quite like that. I've also had a thought about what to do with this, is I'm gonna do Once and Future Witches there and 10,000 Doors there, and I think that might work. We're gonna try it. I don't mind that. A little bit of spare room. I can cope with a little bit of spare room, and I actually have something in mind that could go in that spare room. Okay, not fully sure what I'm going to do with that gap yet. I'll work that out at some point. But that I'm very happy with, I think. I mean, there's a good chance I'll make this whole video and do this whole thing, and then in 3 days I'll look at it and be like, I'm changing my mind, because that's kind of what I'm like. But it's a promising start. It's a very promising start. I have no idea what I'm going to put on those bottom 2 shelves. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start putting series in my, over there, bedroom, like how I want them, and then just do a bit of a general rearrange. The biggest thing I want to do is get a lot of the books off my book cart. My book cart is insane, and I like using it for my TBR on the top, anticipated reads in the middle, and haul on the bottom / bottom and middle, because I normally have quite a few. And that works really well, but the problem is I don't have space for that at the moment, so the haul is just this stack nearby and it's chaos, and I have so many books that just need to go on shelves instead of ready to be hauled, and so I'm going to do that. Hello, so it has been a couple of months since I built my bookshelf. It is now the beginning of August. I built this thing at the beginning of June because I got it for my birthday. Apologies. I did, however, only actually finish organising my bookshelves about 2 weeks ago, so yes, big gap in the middle of this video, but you've seen me build the bookshelf, you saw me organise it. I am now just going to do some quick clips of this shelf and all my other shelves around, and like how we've ended up with everything organised. So let's go do that, and then we'll come back very quickly for the outro. Okay, so shelf number 1, the new shelf. At the top we have Strange the Dreamer. You will see on the top there my Lit Joy editions of Strange the Dreamer. They don't fit, I've accepted defeat, I'll find a place for them another time. I've got my Strange the Dreamer shelf, my Daughter of Smoke and Bone shelf, so all my Lainey Taylors. We then have Night Circus and Once and Future Witches, and then we have the 10,000 Doors of January and Starless Sea. And then just below that we have all of my graphic novels and middle grade books is what I decided to put down there. I don't have very many of these at the flat, so it was really nice having a little space and then just some storage in the bottom. So that is how this shelf has ended up. I really, really like it. And then over here you will see the rainbow shelf, which as you can very much see is still a rainbow, though it is very different now, and I will explain how. So beforehand what we had was the rainbow running from, where's my finger, red, well pink and red through to orange, then yellow through to green, and kind of blue on that shelf, and then purple and black on the shelf. Well, actually no, we had the shelf here, you can see at the bottom. This was always this rainbow, it was my LGBT shelf, and then here we had purple through black and white, and then just like miscellaneous at the bottom. You will see now I've instead done red through to purple on all the shelves simultaneously, and I'm really glad I did this because my LGBT shelf I want to have in rainbow order and I want to have as one shelf, but it was sticking out like a sore thumb being this rainbow in the middle of another rainbow. Now it all blends really nicely, which I love, and we still have, I've shown him before, we still have my little rainbow dragon chilling in his pride of place over here. I just got it off the shelf so you can see it a little bit better, but it's this adorable little ceramic dragon or polymer clay dragon or something, which I got from my brother for Christmas one year, and it sits pride of place by my light switch in the corner of my shelf. And then up on the top we do have a couple of Greek myth books. We have Greek Myths, which is by Jean and Mythopedia, and then we also have a little book of Greek plays. Moving on to my bedroom, we do still have all the K-pop albums on the top, which have multiplied since I last filmed in here. We have Divergent, V.E. Schwab and Maggie Stiefvater, Mr. Penumbra's Bookstore, Shadow of the Wind and A Psalm for the Wild Built on the top shelf there. We have, oh my god, Victoria Lee and Sean McGuire on the second shelf along with my bookmark mug and a couple bits and bobs. Samantha Shannon, the Poppy War trilogy, Six of Crows, oh my, Truthwitch and Graceling on the next shelf. And then, yeah, I'll just keep going because we get into like lots of fantasy series. So here we've got some Becky Chambers, some Alex London, Bridget Collins, just because they're pretty spines, not because I endorse the books particularly, and TJ Klune there. And then changing angle for this last shelf, you can see we've got the Brown Sisters down in the corner, Red Rising, the Sidekick series, some K.A. Ankrum books, a few bits and bobs, and then my KM Spare is just at this end. So that is this shelf. I'm pretty happy with it. There's definitely a couple areas I don't love, specifically this bottom shelf here. It's a bit too colourful in that far corner, but I didn't know where else to put those series, so I've gone with it for now. But I'm loving seeing like my TJ Klune especially expand, and I think we're going to run out of space pretty soon, so the Bridget Collins are probably going to move. And then finally we have the pure chaos of my book cart. This is how it normally looks. I've not cleaned it up for this. This is more like how it is normally instead of the clip at the beginning. So my current TBR and most anticipated reads are on the top shelf. In the middle are some like recently hauled books and just some books I don't know where they're going to go yet. And then at the bottom there is similar recently hauled, quite anticipated books, but they're ones that are hardbacks, they don't fit on the middle shelves. So that's the book cart situation at the moment. And that's all my books. Okay, so those are my new shelves. I'm kind of obsessed. I am yet again massively struggling for space. I showed in the beginning of this video like the stack of books I was getting for my birthday. That stack about quadrupled in size between that clip and my actual for birthday, which was like a week or so later. And I've been to London since I bought books for myself. Like, I have too many books, but I couldn't care less. I'm kind of in love with my shelves. There's still a couple bits I'm not thrilled about, but honestly, I think we're as good as we're gonna get, and overall, I'm pretty damn happy. So, those are my new shelves. This is the new pretty one with all my collections, which I'm so glad I have now because it really, I love seeing those collections all the time. It makes me really happy. So that was a good move, and I'm very happy about it. But that's it for the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below. Are you getting any new bookshelves soon? Do you have any other suggestions where the hell I can get bookshelves in this flat? Because I still need them. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. There are links down below to all of my other social media if you want to connect in any other way. But that is it for this video, so bye, and I'll see you in the next one.